to Mental Math for Kids. This channel is dedicated to helping you grow in your math skills by learning fun tips and strategies to quickly solve equations in your head. In this video, I'm going to share with you a quick tip to help you mentally and easily multiply by the number 10. Multiplying by 10 can be a lot of fun because it's so easy and you can quickly determine the correct answer even when working with really large numbers. Are you ready? Let's go! When multiplying by the number 10, it's very easy to know the answer quickly. The strategy for tens is just to take the factor that is not the 10. That's this number right here. These two numbers being multiplied together are called the factors. So you take the number that is not the 10, the 1, and you would write that first for your answer. Then you just write a 0 behind that number, and that's your answer. So for 1 times 10, the answer is 10. The factor that we're multiplying 10 by is a 1, so that's the first number in our answer. And then we just put a 0 in the ones place right after that 1, and that tells us the correct answer of 10. Let's look at 2 times 10. 2 times 10 is 20. We have our 2, the factor that is not the 10, written first with a 0 after it. That's it. There's our answer. 2 times 10 equals 20. 3 times 10. Take that 3, write that first, put a 0 behind it, and you have 30. 4 times 10. Take your 4, write your 4 first, put a 0 behind it, and there's your answer of 40. 5 times 10. Write your 5 first, put the 0 after the 5, and the answer to 5 times 10 is 50. 6 times 10. Take the 6, write that first, put a 0 after it, and you have the answer of 60. For 7 times 10, the answer is 70. We just take that 7, write the 0 behind it, and we have 70. 8 times 10, take the 8 first, write that in your answer, put a 0 after the 8, and the answer is 80. For 9 times 10, we write the 9 first, then our 0 in the ones place, and we have 90 as the correct answer. 10 times 10. For the number 10, there are 2 digits in the number 10. So we're going to take that whole number 10 and write it first. Then we just put a 0 behind it in the ones place, and we have the answer to 10 times 10 equals 100. Don't let this kind of equation throw you off. Just take that whole number 10, write it first, and then put a 0 behind it. This works with any number. When you're multiplying by 10, just take the number you're multiplying 10 by and stick a 0 behind it, and that's the answer. Let's do a couple more. You are probably very familiar with your times tables for 10, so you know 1 through 12, right? Well, what if we were working with larger numbers? What about 14 times 10? Well, we can quickly and easily know the answer to this equation. All we have to do is take this number 14, write it first, and then stick that 0 behind it, and there's the answer. 14 times 10 equals 140. Here's our 14. Put the 0 in the ones place behind it, and that's the correct answer. Let's try another one. Let's try 22 times 10. What do you think the answer is? Did you say 220? You are correct. We just take this whole number 22, write that first for our answer, and put that 0 behind it. Let's try an even larger number. Let's try the number 800. Now, this is a 3-digit number, but we just take this whole number, write the number 800 first, put the 0 right behind it, and what do we get? 8,000. That's right. We just shift everything over one place value to put that 0 in the ones place. Now, this number went from a 3-digit number to a 4-digit number. So now we have to put in that comma. We count over 1, 2, 3 place values, put in our comma, and 8,000 is the correct answer. See how quickly we could come up with the correct answer? All right, let's try a few more, and let's try to do these very quickly because as you can see, each equation is just being multiplied by the number 10. So all we have to do is take this 0 from that 10 and put it behind this other factor, the other number that we're multiplying 10 by. So we can quickly see the correct answer to each of these equations, can't we? 10 times 10 equals 100. Here's our 10 with our 0 behind it. What is 100 times 10? Well, take this 100, put a 0 behind it, and we have 1,000. We just shift this 100 over one place value and put that 0 in the ones place, and that brings us up to 1,000. How about 1,000 times 10? Take this 1,000, put a 0 behind it. We just shift over one place value, and that moves us up to 10,000. How about 10,000 times 10? What is 10,000 times 10? Write your 10,000 first, put a 0 behind it, shift everything over one place value, and we have 100,000. Wasn't that fun to be able to solve some of these larger number equations so quickly in our head? All we had to do was take that 0 from the 10 and put it behind the other factor, and that's the answer. Now, these numbers are all numbers that end in 0 and are very easy to work with. So let's try a couple more equations with some different types of numbers so that you can see the strategy is the same and it's just as simple. Look at 20 times 10. 20 times 10 equals 200. We just take this 20 and put the 0 from the 10 behind it. That's it. Let's go through these quickly. What is 40 times 10? Take this whole 40, put that first, put a 0 behind it, and the answer is 400. How about 84 times 10? Don't let this number throw you off. All you have to do is take this 0 from the 10, put it behind the 4, and the answer is 840. Super simple. How about 275 times 10? Take that 0 from the 10, put it behind the 275, shift everything over one place value, and we have 2,750 is the answer. Here is the 275. We write that whole number first, then just put a 0 in the ones place after it, and that's it. That's the answer. Multiplying by tens is so easy when you remember this strategy. Just take the 0 from the 10 and put it behind the factor that you're multiplying 10 by, and that's it. There's your answer. Thank you so much for joining me in this video lesson today. I hope that you found this quick tip to multiply by tens helpful and fun.